Hello, everyone.
Hi.
We're on the road, if you couldn't tell. We are driving back from a weekend in Fairfax, Virginia. We should introduce ourselves just in case nobody knows who we are. I'm Tracy.
I'm Carol.
And we are
My
Outlander Purgatory. And we're on the highway, baby. We're on 95.
In traffic.
Headed back to New Jersey. Yeah, so if Carol, issues are well, I shouldn't swear.
A missive.
It's a family show. An epithet, perhaps.
Yes.
Then you will know that someone has just cut her off. Just throw back.
Yes.
I'm
a car talker.
Yeah, car talk. So anyway, we're coming home from a fabulous weekend, a first, I guess, real My Outlander Purgatory reunion or gathering.
It was a wee gathering for the mop chicks.
And I would say that the words "Lord the Gathering,"
Lord the Gathering,
I would say they're an appropriate description. But anyway, we, Carol and myself and a bunch of other people traveled down to Fairfax, Virginia, to see Diana Gabaldon speak at the Northern Virginia Community College Ernst Community Center.
Sponsored by the Fairfax County Library.
Right. Because reading is a good thing. So it was
it's fundamental.
It is fundamental. It was us and a bunch of My Outlander Purgatory fans and members, because we're all a great club.
Friends who do chat. A lot of friends who chat, mob chat.
And then 1,000 other people. And it was so much fun. It was a great event. So we just thought we would give you a little post game so that if you were not able to join it,
we'll fill you in. We'll give you a little play-by-play.
Yeah. So okay. So Carol and I drove down Friday day. Some of
we
the,
don't need to get all that detail.
Okay. A bunch of the MOP members had gotten there Thursday night, but we couldn't really make it till Friday.
Right.
So we drove down Friday. That's a fine drive, whatever.
And they went over at 1 o'clock to the venue,
right,
noon or something,
right,
to find out where you go and where you stand in line and
right,
blah blah blah.
And so we should thank Lara, Tanya, Donna, Carrie, Julie.
Julie was there. Karen Henry was there. We all got to meet Karen. It was so awesome. I haven't met Karen in person yet.
Jamie
Joe. Was there. Joe was there. Joe is going to start coming to our chats.
Awesome. Anyway, so by the time Carol and I got to the venue, it was
and Marsha.
We met a ton of people. Carla was there.
Right, Carla. Carla got to come. She wasn't going to come, but then she did.
So by the time Carol and I got to the venue, it was probably this thing was starting at 7:30, and it was we got there 5:30, 5:15, whatever.
Yeah, Tracy and I were not able to get down any earlier, so the girls went over, scoped it out, and then they went and got in line really early, so they were the first in line.
Right.
When Tracy and I showed up, they were holding places for us, and I think a few people weren't too thrilled because the line was already, there were 500 people there, and the line was massive, but they were look, we've been saving these spots, for a group, and
right,
we are sorry if we offended anyone by coming and getting in the front of the line, but
no, our places were saved, whatever.
Our places were saved.
And
we were, we were the last to leave.
What comes around goes around.
Yes.
As you'll hear.
First in,
last it's like being
out.
on the plane. When you're the first to go on the
keep
plane.
my hand down.
Shut up. When you're the first to go on the plane, please do, because God help me, I'm probably scaring the internet right now. When you're the first on the plane, you're the last off the plane, but that comes later.
Yeah.
Story.
Yeah.
So okay, so we go in, we sit down, we're in the first, second row.
Yeah. And it was cool that we got to sit with Carrie. I'm Carrie.
Okay.
Hi, love you, Carrie. It was cool that we got to sit with Karen.
Yes.
Because we've known Karen online for years, but we've never gotten to meet her. And, we kind of, not coordinate blog stuff, but I link for her, she links for me. She comes to chat every week, and we've gotten to be good friends online. So it was neat to be able to sit with Karen at a Diana Gabaldon function.
So, okay, so
and
7:30.
thank you again to the girls we just mentioned, because they saved all these seats. Meanwhile, Tracy and I ended up sitting in the row in front of them. I don't really know how that happened.
Yeah, it was all good. I mean, we all had great seats. It was great. So Diana comes out. It was really nice because she totally mentioned Karen, like introduced Karen to the crowd.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
That was really cool. And so it was pretty much, no real new news from Diana. Diana basically told the story of how she got into writing, and she wrote the book for practice, etc., etc. She answered a few questions. Again, no real news except that this whole December 10th release date for Moby is not confirmed from her. So,
two things. Number one, if you've never seen her speak before, there are YouTube videos of her speaking at different engagements, and you will hear her tell basically the same story that she told us. She usually will tell the story of how she wrote the books, why she came to write the books. One thing that was interesting was somebody asked, they had open questions from Facebook, I think it was, that people had sent in for a couple weeks, and one of the questions was, would you ever rewrite Outlander from Jamie's perspective? At which point Tracy leaned over to me and said, it's Outlander Midnight Sun.
Yep.
So, and her answer was quite surprising. I thought for sure that was going to get...
I thought she would be like,
No way.
yeah, I did. It's called The Exile.
Which she did. She said, yeah, I kind of did. It was called The Exile. But then she kind of went on to say, like, she wouldn't really be adverse to it, except for she's got so much to do already.
Right.
So I was like, wow, how awesome would that be?
So someday, you never know, we might get Outlander full text version from James' point of view. You never know. But yeah, so December 10th is not a confirmed release date. She said they're making it up, even though it's on Amazon, even though Karen later asked her, it's on the Random House site too, like, what's up with that? And she was like, no, it's not confirmed.
And she basically said, I really don't know when it's going to be out because it's not even finished
I'm still
yet.
writing it, yeah. So anyway, that was like 45 minutes maybe, and she answered a couple questions. Then...
Wait.
What?
I do want to say that I really wanted to know about I wanted a Stars update.
Yeah, no mention of the show
at
all.
No mention, and it's not like they were taking questions from the audience at that point, so I couldn't ask. But I wouldn't have asked even if they did, because this was being put on by a library, so it was not about TV. You know what I mean? It was about the books, so I wasn't really going to go there.
And you had to submit questions in advance, so I think they probably went through. I would bet that somebody had asked that question, but they just didn't. No, there was no mention of the show at all.
Not going there.
So no news on that front. So okay, so she was finished, and then it was like, okay, she's gonna sign books now, and they had some books for sale when we were all online. So they set her up, and so 1,000 people get up and start getting in line. And we're all like...
Oh, some of them were running.
Yeah. There were no trampolines or anything.
I think the word herd comes to mind.
But we were like, okay, well, we'll let the crowds go, and we'll wait, we'll hang out, whatever.
And my dumb ass actually uttered the words, I don't think it's going to be quite as bad as we think.
Yeah. Okay. So, long story very short, that was around 9:15.
No, you mean long story, not all that short.
Long story, yeah. That was about 9:15. And we waited. We found ourselves a little nook, a little place outside where the main theater was, to hang out. So we hung out, and we were having a great time, all chatting, whatever. An hour goes by. We start to get really hungry, and we're like, let's order pizza. We had a little discussion with some people who were in charge of the venue. There was one security guard woman who didn't think it would be a good idea for us to order food.
She basically said, they're not going to let you do that in here.
I don't know why. Because we asked the security guy, the guy in charge, and he was like, yeah, order food and get me some.
Yeah, they're like, sure. And while you're at it, can I have a piece?
So we ordered pizza. We ate
pizza at 11 o'clock on the floor in a hallway in a community college.
And again, you probably have inferred that now it's 11 o'clock. And the line is
still
all the way way down this hallway, all the way into another room, and like clear across the entire length of the building.
And at this point, Diana's taking pictures with everyone and chit-chatting up a storm.
And like, yeah, like every single person
She's
in
so
there.
gracious that she talks to everybody.
She signed, she signed like 2 books because you had, well, you could get as many as you wanted signed, but you had to do 2 and then go to the back of the line. But people probably brought a few more.
Oh, for the love of God,
yeah,
don't get me
whatever.
started.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that. So she would like take pictures. She would chat with you. Yeah, every single person got like total like individual attention. But as a result, you know, there were 1,000 people in line. So 1,200. So 11 o'clock comes and goes. 12 o'clock comes and goes. At one point, we were sitting right outside the bathroom. Oh, this is a kind of a good story. At one point, who was it? Tanya?
Oh yeah, it was Tanya.
Was it Tanya?
Well, no, wait, just don't even go there. Start with Diana.
Well, no, because Tanya.
No, it's funnier when you start with Diana. Diana goes to the bathroom. We're all talking. We're not thinking anything. We're all like, oh, look, there's Diana. Diana comes out, goes back to her seat, and out.
No, because Tanya went to the bathroom first. That's what I'm saying.
Know,
Tanya goes to the bathroom.
It's funnier
then Diana goes to the bathroom.
The way it happened that we didn't
then
even
Diana
notice.
comes out of the bathroom.
We didn't even notice that Tanya was gone, and out scurries Tanya and looks at us like, oh my God.
Because she'd never met Diana before.
She's in the bathroom.
She's like, oh my God. Yeah, so she's like, Tanya's like washing her hands or whatever, and out comes Diana. And Tanya's like, and Diana's like, hello.
yeah. That's so good. That was so good. Hello. And at this point now, Tanya sits down and tells us this. But before, when Diana was in the bathroom, you know, this conversation ensues. Like, I'm going, Misery, go grab her, and we're all talking about. And then I'm
we were like, let's go run in there with our books and get them signed.
And we go in there. We're like, we should go in there and just like ask her all kinds of questions. And then I'm like, I'm gonna go in there and point out that toilet seat and talk about the butt cooties with Diana in person.
And she, being a scientist, would probably be able to tell you about the butt cooties and like whether or not
typed up a whole dissertation.
Right.
But the thing is, we totally were cool. We left her alone.
Yeah. And you know, like
we
was good.
Understand a woman's need for a little privacy in the latrine.
So she goes back to the table, sort of like, you know, waves a little bit to us, whatever. Goes back to the table, keeps on signing.
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock comes and goes. The line, we're starting to see the end of the line. It gets a little shorter. By like probably, I'd say 20 of 2.
Ooh, you hear that? Listen to that engine. Listen to her purr.
Woohoo! By like 20 of 2, we were like, okay, I guess we should get in line now because there's pretty much no one left in line. So we were the last people in line. Should we call out the woman in front of us? I don't know who it was, but like...
We were the last people, and the woman in front... We waited until the line... There was, like, no line.
Right.
So there was, like, one woman in line who had a stack of books. That was this
literally,
big, and it was a 2-book maximum.
8 books. It's 1:45 at this point.
And the bottom line is, all any of us cares about at this point is that Diana must be exhausted. The woman's had her picture taken with 5 million people. She's been signing. She's been talking. She hasn't eaten. Like, we didn't know what to do with the pizza because we were like,
I know. We were like, should we give Diana some pizza? Because she can't really eat it.
Yeah, the grease is like running down her hands. We're like, she's not going to eat this pizza right now. So she had been there. I hope she went to dinner beforehand because she had been there since 7 o'clock. She didn't eat. I don't even know if she had any water.
She had Diet Coke there. And we wanted to smuggle her in some wine.
Yeah, so we were just annoyed for her.
That like somebody comes up
and the
with
library
like,
people who were still there were looking at her like, "Are you kidding?" I think they even said something.
They turned to us and we were like, "Whatever, go ahead."
Yeah, they were going to make her go back.
You know what? If there's a 2-book limit, bring 2 books. Just saying. Okay.
I think that's also part of the reason why, you know, that takes time in the line too.
Right.
Diana's so gracious. She's like,
yeah, she was totally gracious.
She said, "I'll stay till the end. I'll be here till the end."
Right. So we finally
wait. Let me make this point. They took down. They had like black curtains behind her and like a cordon sectioned off. They took it all down around her at like midnight.
Yeah, like they broke down the set.
They broke down the set around her at midnight, and she still sat on that chair.
Right. So it's 1:45. We finally get to her. She says hi. Clearly, she's exhausted. We were like, okay, is this the all-time record for latest book signing ever? She's like, yeah. But you know, I think she was happy to see us. But at that point, like, I think everybody was just like,
everybody was exhausted.
Yeah,
she was exhausted.
I'm tired.
We barely said anything. I said to her, "You must be exhausted because what else are you gonna? I'm not gonna keep her there."
I told her we were gonna bring her some wine, but we didn't know how to get it in. Woo!
Woo!
Carol, watch out.
I was dying to tell her. For any of you who have read my little post about the Union Salt Works in my town in Brielle, New Jersey, being burnt down during the Revolutionary War, and we always heard it was by British loyalists, but a few weeks ago I found out it was by Fraser's Highlanders, okay? The 71st Regiment. I mean, I was totally freaked out, and I just think it's neat, and I was dying to tell her that, but like I'm going to go telling her that at 2 a.m.? I don't think so.
No, she was like, clearly she was exhausted. I don't know how. I mean, she probably can't use her hand right now today. Like, I don't even know how she's able to write her name or know her name at that point. Because I don't think I knew my name at that point. So she was really gracious, and I mean, again, there were like 10 of us there at that point.
Yeah, we all just went, had our book signed, said hello.
She took a group picture with all of us.
Tracy and I took some my Outlander Purgatory couple. We had her take a couple with us on either side of her. That a Mr. Pocket Jamie might have popped into.
Yeah, I think that the meeting of the minds with Diana Gabaldon and Pocket Jamie might have happened. So we'll be sharing
I guess
all of
she
that.
now knows that Tracy and I are behind Pocket Jamie.
Yeah, Pocket Jamie.
And we might need to say a little word about Pocket Jamie, but we're going to save that till later.
Yeah.
Not that this is going to go on much longer.
So, yeah. So, all right. So at 2 o'clock, we say goodbye. Thank you so much. It's great. Oh, it was so great to see you. Da-da-da. And so we leave. We get to our car, and there's like a nice, like, in case you were wondering, it was weird because, like, I don't know. I think at one point she had a handler or something there, but I think the handler went home.
Yeah.
And so, but she had a car, so she was able, because we were like, how'd she even get here? Like, did she have a ride home? You know, did someone have to come get her? And, oh, do you need your Easy Pass?
It's right there.
Okay, thank you. So she had a car, so don't worry. She got home, she got to wherever she was staying. Is all good.
We assume,
but which was funny because so we get in the car and we're like driving around, like trying to figure out because it was hard to get out of the venue, like all the exits were blocked off. So we're like, where are we going? Where are we going? And then we see a car, and it's her town car. It's her it's a black car, whatever. And we're like, follow that car. Not so much to like stalk her.
We didn't want to stalk her. We wanted to find our damn
way
way out of the place.
How to get out.
We're like, Diana's guy will know how to get out of here.
So we followed them out, and then we went back to the hotel. And that was, by the time we got home from the hotel, you know, we had the best of intentions to like go out afterwards, whatever.
Please.
It's 2:30 in the morning. 2:30 in the morning. We crashed. We crashed.
3 o'clock, I think I finally.
Yeah, 3 o'clock. And that was it. That was the event. And so it was, you know, post-mortem, lessons learned. I think probably it would have been better to sit in the back.
Sit in the back.
And like be first in line in the signing line.
And then get right
because in the signing line. It was just a really long wait.
I gotta be honest with you. This is the first time this is coming out of my mouth because I'm just thinking it now, but honestly, I don't, as much as I like to get a book signed, I don't know that I have Outlander signed and I have the Exile signed, and I'm so thrilled to have the two of them signed that I'm kind of thinking, Tracy and I are very lucky that we live close enough to New York City, so when Diana comes in to New York every once in a while, I mean, like, what, once a year or something like that?
Right.
We've been able to twice go to New York City and meet, like, a bunch of people from CompuServe, and just fans, and have a dinner that Diana comes to. She's so great and gracious that she comes to these dinners. So we're able to meet her every once in a while and have a conversation with her, not so much to get a book signed, but, you know, to ask her a question or two.
Right.
So I don't necessarily need to go stand in line at a book signing again.
Right. It was, I mean, you know, the most fun part really was just like talking to everybody and getting to know everyone.
Yeah, because the girls we mentioned, we've never met in person before, so it was fantastic.
Right.
You know, these are people that I talk to on a daily basis on email and Facebook. So I've known them
They're
forever.
all people for chat. Like, we're all at Monday nights at 9 o'clock on my Outlander Purgatory, Eastern Standard Time.
Come to Outlander chat.
Yeah, so I mean, like, it's, you know, we feel like we knew these people, and we did, because like there wasn't like a moment of like, oh, we're finally like meeting for the first time, and we don't really know what to say to you.
Right.
No, it was like blah, 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 whatever. You know, like from the get-go.
I think we should give awards. First, we're going to give Jamie the award for doing the most hilarious impression of Rob Schneider.
Because I never saw this movie.
You have to see the movie Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo. I know, ridiculous, but hilarious. And Jamie was keeping us all in hysterics. Well, imagine sitting around in a circle on the floor for hours with like nothing, just waiting. And Jamie's doing her hilarious impressions. It was so funny.
It was really funny. So what other awards do you want to give?
I don't know. Think of some.
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't really thinking about awards.
Lara gets the award for the weekend of having the most info on good shoes.
Did you mention who? I'm trying to think who else we mentioned. We mentioned that Julie was there, right?
Yes, Julie was there, but she had to leave first thing Saturday and drive back to Connecticut.
Well, okay, so we'll just tell you a little bit about the rest of the weekend, because so we saw, you know, it was great to see a ton of people. We met a ton of like fellow Outlander Purgatory, you know, friends or fans. It was so awesome to meet everybody.
Fans. We're all fans of Diana, you mean?
Right. You know, yeah, it was totally fun to meet people. But so then Saturday, everybody pretty much stayed at the same hotel, which was great. And we just, you know, like rolled out of bed. Like, I think I slept till 10 o'clock in the morning, which is like, I never do that.
It didn't turn out to be, it turned out to be more of just like our little group of tight buds from online, just sort of hanging out. And, you know, we didn't really do anything big. We didn't have a big
breakfast.
Yeah.
We went to go buy shoes. We went to Barnes & Noble, which is very fitting, you know, given
oh dear Lord, we spent a lot of time in Barnes & Noble. Thanks
you know,
to Donna and
Tanya. And got like, you know, clothes, whatever. And then we went to a place called the Old Shabeen.
Old A-U-L-D, Old Shabeen.
Which is an Irish pub in Fairfax. And it was totally fun. We had just a really, you know, like...
But again, just to let you guys know, if anybody was local, we didn't really end up doing anything big. We didn't plan anything. It was just like six of us who were staying in the hotel.
You know, it got to the point where it was like, yeah, we have to go eat something, don't we? All right,
so
where are we going?
We still have to plan a proper gathering where we're all
we definitely do. And that was it. And so now it's Sunday, and we're driving home, and
we had an awesome time.
It was great. I can't believe we're almost to Delaware, aren't we?
I know. And if this guy in front of me doesn't hurry it on up.
Well, move it to the lane, because I also
have to go. And you know what's going to happen? I'm going to get stuck between him and the guy up there in the lane.
So what other things do we have to say? Because we haven't really talked in a long time. We haven't talked to you in a long time. We have a video. We'll post the video on YouTube. We made a video. We made a couple of videos.
Look, what'd I tell you?
What?
I get over, and now he's like up there. Now I'm boxed in.
Carol is like our dad driving. Carol. Here's our dad when, you know, back in the day when we'd all go on family trips. God damn it. God, like horse's rear end. Like,
look at this horse's ass. I learned from the best.
Oh my God.
And
you
look
guys,
at this guy. I'm
Carol,
sorry. Sharing the lane, or would you like to get back in your own?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's cray. It's cray, yo.
One of us drove over garbage cans, and one of us hasn't. Okay, so let's just keep it at that. You're not exactly the most calm driver on the planet either. Yeah. You must give credit where it's due. They've never been in the car with you.
So, any other updates that all right, so I'll post the couple. We made one video that we put on just on Facebook when we were driving.
Right, and we had the JJ song, Happy Birthday song.
Right, and
Happy
I couldn't load the other video.
JJ.
Oh, I thought you said something. Else.
Nothing. Did you think I said something dirty? Did it have a B and a J in it? I don't know. I wasn't saying that, but I figured that's what was.
Okay. Anyway.
Well, that's a little carryover from last night's conversation.
Oh, yeah. It was pretty funny. We apologize to the old Shabeen.
The old Shabeen. We also apologize to the 80 million college students who were there saying, Lord,
no, we weren't your moms. We weren't your moms. So we'll post that, and there's another video that I couldn't upload to Facebook at all. It was too big, whatever. So we'll get those up too. And I'm sure chat. I unfortunately will not. why don't you go in the right lane and then go around? Because this dude's not like going anywhere.
I think we were behind this guy on the way down too. I remember bitching about the New York plates.
Because you're totally tailing him too.
And I'm not a tailer.
You're like such a tailor. Get it? SEW/SO. Get it? Get
really,
the pun?
I don't really.
Okay. So, what was I going to say? Chat. So yeah, chat. I unfortunately cannot be at chat tomorrow, but
I will.
Although, yeah, this should be posted tonight because I'm going to have to post
me?
it tonight because otherwise.
Am I even in this video anymore?
Well, wait. Move over some. All right, there.
Move over some.
Okay.
All right, I think that's it. Let's wind it down. Let's
wrap this puppy up.
Is there anything else Outlander related that we need to say?
Not really. There's no news. Like, we would break some breaking news. I mean, yeah, Diana looks awesome, but like,
that's not
really
breaking news, right?
No, she didn't read anything. I will say I was a little bummed about that. I mean, because I was ready to go. I was ready to, like, neither one of us do the Daily Lunge or the spoilers or whatever. But I was ready. I was like, if it's coming out of Diana's mouth,
just be pressed.
Just be pressed. Absolutely.
We were gonna stay, but
she didn't read anything.
It truly was a very short event as far as her speaking. You know?
I think because they knew how long it was going to take, autograph-wise or signing-wise.
It was a very, very quick event.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was basically like if you go on YouTube, like Carol said, and you search for any video of her like giving a talk, it was basically her standard talk. Where she talks about like Doctor Who and the guy in kilt and he was fetching and da 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 da.
Right. That's fetching.
And the football players in class and the limerick or little poem or whatever she said.
The what?
The little poem that she always tells the football players.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Yeah. So
it was a little hard to hear.
Yes, the acoustics in the room sucked.
I don't know if people in the back heard better.
I think they did. I think they did because we were like sitting right. We were sitting right like at the speakers.
Right.
So the sound was sort of going over our heads. So it was almost easier when like you had to try to listen to her actual voice and not like after it went through the microphone.
There were a few times that you got like you were losing every fourth word.
Yeah. It really the acoustics sucked. But overall,
especially when you have aspirations like to be a writer, like a novelist, and like you're trying to look how he sped up when I tried to pass him, and you're trying to like learn from Diana, and you can't hear what she's saying when she's giving advice. That's a little bit taxing.
So that was about it, and it was a really fun weekend. I think Carol and I both really needed to get away, have a nice, we haven't done a girls' weekend in a long time.
Right.
And everybody was so cool that we met. Like we said, it was like we'd known them all our lives.
I can tell you right now, if you're thinking of doing any kind of a gathering like this, do it. It's totally worth it. Spend the money, get the plane ticket. If you're like on the fence, should I do it? Am I going to have a good time? Yes, you're going to have an amazing time.
Totally.
And you make friends who you'll keep forever. And these are your friends who you're friends with because you have common interests and not just because, you pick up your kids at school together.
Right. And I think that, we were hearing, I don't know whether somebody was just making this up or it's real, something about an Outlander convention.
Oh, I read something on Facebook, I think it was, about somebody's trying to plan an Outlander convention for 2014.
Yeah.
Whoever you are, please contact us. We would be totally interested in participating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're ratcheting up, Mop. We're ratcheting it up.
Well, whatever. Tracey's had a great job for the past 8 months, and she recently took a new one and is going to be a little bit more involved in Mop. So, I've been trying to hold down the fort with the blog and Facebook. Facebook has made it a lot easier. Check our Facebook because
you guys, if you're not friends with, or if you're not following Mop on Facebook, you're not getting the whole story.
Right.
Okay.
Come like My Outlander Purgatory on
Facebook, and then also Twitter.
And here's one more thing. If you click, because I try and post, obviously stuff. I don't always post all of the details that you're going to get on every single You know, if you want to know anything about what's going on in the world of Outlander, like a German cover or something, Karen Henry at outlandish.observations.com is your gal, and she has a Facebook page too.
Yep.
Because she knows and posts every single detail. I'm not so much that. I post anything that I find to be kind of breaking news. I post, you know, some Scottish history and fun facts and stuff like that. But if you aren't getting our updates, go up to where the button says liked if you've liked us, and hover your mouse over it, and a little drop-down box comes, and it'll say get notifications or something like that. Click it, and then you'll get all of our updates. Yep. I did not realize that.
I didn't know that either. That's pretty cool.
There's a lot of sites, any site, not just us, if you like them, but you don't really get all of their updates, and you're like, why am I not getting them? That's why.
Oh.
Yes, this has been Carol's little Facebook extravaganza.
I never knew that. So so we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. It's My Outlander Purg on Twitter. We're not on Instagram yet, but we need to get there. I have to figure out how to do that, because that would be fun as well. You can just like post random Jamie shots and whatnot. So that's it. So Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go on to myoutlanderpurgatory.com and head up chat, and we will do another video very soon.
Where's the actual camera up there?
It's right there.
I just keep looking at us.
I think. Yeah, it's right there. Okay, that's all. We're. Oh wait, you need to put the Easy Pass up again.
Now I'm behind.
Here's where we are, yo.
Whoa, what's
Here's our view.
Is that a Delaware? Isn't that what Chris Mitch's name used to be?
Flossie? Yes. All right, and I have to go potty too. So we're gonna sign off now.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.